What is up, guys? It's your host, Monster Mags here. Bringing another new video on my new channel. And one thing I kind of want to go over today is an anti-3-star war base. So I think that this is a fairly new philosophy that I heard about, and I guess considering the grotto, it couldn't be a better move for us. Reason being is I feel like we give up a lot of 3-stars on our lower levels. So if we could start trying to fight a war of attrition by sense, or make them use a lot more attacks on our bottom tier players to get those stars, it'll give them a lot less opportunity to get stars at the top. So I did talk to a couple people, and I got a great guy, VMV, as well as pretty much any of the co-leaders in LP5 Titan that are kind of implementing this. But I got a little bit of a guideline on if you're going to develop your own anti-3-star base, just kind of some things that you want to do for it. So as you can see, he says the requirement for it, you want to do 2+ double giant bomb locations. If you're Town Hall 8, you obviously only have 3 giant bombs, so you can use 1. But you definitely want to have a double giant bomb location to really throw out those hogs. If you're Town Hall 9, you always want to have your expos up. And I feel like this is true, regardless of whatever you are. If you're in war or you like to war, you always want to have your expos up to kind of give you some protection against that ground attack. Or not ground attack, but air attack. You want to have an unlurable clan castle. And I guess true preference is totally up to you. I guess personally I like to use a lot of archers, which makes the whole clan castle pretty tough to lure, and I like to back it up with one witch, because obviously the witch will be so far behind and it's just going to keep spawning. It will mess up a lot of attacks, but you want to have a hard to lure clan castle. And I know that's like that. I know when war started, it was one of those things that people actually started to kind of realize that, hey, like, clan castle is actually pretty important defense, but you want to have a unlurable clan castle. You kind of want to have a semi easy to reach town hall, meaning like they're pretty much limited to what side they can attack on, just because your town hall is pretty exposed. You don't want to have it directly in the middle of your base. I feel like a lot of bases are balanced, and that makes it people can pretty much pick what side they want to attack from. But you're kind of just limiting their options, because you're giving them a pretty easy target on your town hall. And with an anti-3-star base, you're just trying not to get 3 stars. So you want them to attack on a certain side as well, I guess you could say. Obviously, King, Queen, pretty much unlurable, are really hard to loon, and you really want to spread out your air defenses, because air attacks are really popular right now, but you want to have spread out air defenses. That way, you could get as much damage in as you can for whatever attack. So, that being said, so I guess I'll show you a couple, 3-star anti-3-star war bases that have been working pretty well for us, consistent in our last war that we just had. Do a little shout out here. Just for that, obviously you see, we're on a push here in LP5 Titans, so there's a lot of masters, champions, blah, blah, blah. But, yeah, so they say, yeah, woo. All right. But I guess I'll go back to our last war and just kind of show you just a couple bases that did pretty well. And just kind of give you an example of, what you're kind of looking for if you do want to. So, obviously, we were playing Brazil PVH. And we did beat them 49-44. I do think these guys overmatched us a little bit. They had some high-level Town Hall 9s, Town Hall 10. But because we had a lot better defenses, they were only able to get 4 3-stars on us. And we obviously got 11 3-stars. So that really was the difference there. You want to limit this 3-star category to as low as possible. And because we were using anti-3-star bases, they really had to attack down to get those 3 stars. So, just kind of show you a couple that did pretty well. Eric, 3 defenses, so let's take a look at his base. Did get 3-starred, but by their number 5 player, so kind of just show you what I mean here. So obviously, as you can see, he's got a pretty, easy to get town hall. Reasonably split air defenses, a lot of compartments there, so whatever troops or whatever units this guy is using, he's not going to be able to break in all those compartments, or he's only going to have a certain amount of wall breakers to do that, as well as all of his buildings are fairly, spread out. So, you might be able to get a lot of percentage, you might be able to get the town hall, but you're going to have a hard time getting 3 stars on this. this kind of a base. So we'll kind of go back. The one I came up with, I'm still working on it, but I do think it worked out pretty well. I got 3-star by their number 4 player, but as the number 15 out of 20 people, it took 3 stars or 3 attacks for them to get it, and when you're attacking down 11 spots, there's only so much you could do. Yeah, as you can see, a pretty general, kind of easy to reach town hall, as well as I think it's a pretty strong core here with all those Tesla's giant bombs. You got a double giant bomb trap there, as well as, again, a lot of compartments and buildings spread around pretty far, limiting the red area or deployment area. But I will show one more. Let's see here who did pretty well. Let's take a look at Quin Nugget. I don't think he got 3 stars, so take a look at Quin Nugget's base. And again, you can see the pretty easy to get to town hall. Buildings all around, all around the base. A lot of compartments. Again, double giant bomb trap. King's relatively hard to get to, and the clan castle is near unlurable. So, those are kind of the things you want to try to get to. I hope obviously this video helped you guys a little bit when you just do decide to design yours. I think the biggest thing is you want to just design your own base, and I know a lot of people struggle with base design. I'm no exception. But when it comes to this, you're really just trying to fight a war of attrition and win the war of attrition. And you don't want people to be able to go on the internet and find your base, and also if you can go on the internet and find a base, you can obviously go on the internet and find how to attack a base. I've done it before, and you don't want to put yourself in that kind of position. So I think the best thing is to just take 20, 25 minutes, design your own. Again, I'll show you those requirements. I think that's pretty much it. As these requirements work pretty well, and it's one of those things you got to work on a couple of wars and just keep improving it. But once you do that, you'll be set for a long time. But I'm going to end the video here because I got to actually drive home. But I hope you guys get something out of that, and I'll talk to you or see you in the next video. Peace out.